along the reality of then transforming more of your awareness in seeing the clear reception that remains open in your higher resonance with your true self, then gives you more of an energetic rise in your frequency. These galactic downloads daily are only able to be accessed the more you are detaching from the lower ego self, in then seeing and noticing your own vibration be more aligned with our star systems, with who I am as your commander Ashtar, of who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Council, of the Galactic Federation of Light. The lower ego self is not able to see the reality of our higher dimensions, and often says, "But I don't know what the ego is." Sounds to me that you guys have a big ego for talking about going beyond death. No one can do that, unless you are God, which you are not. Through seeing that you are not subjected to the reality of those locked in duality, then you are seeing those that are unawakened are the cabal, in which this similarly goes into seeing that they are not on our galactic side, but are on a side of destruction, corruption, and disharmony. As you are then seeing this more clearly, then you are uniting more with our rainbow warriors who are on the ascension path, then uplifted with those humans rising their vibrations daily. Simply put, those of you that are on the ascension path are seeing a steady increase more in your light work, in your focus, in your awareness, in your presence, which then exists beyond focusing solely outside of you. Ascension remains not as a mental-only concept, in which you are then able to see that this is not about focusing on trying to use the lower ego self-mind to ascend. No, that is not how this works, and those of you not doing that are on a higher rise into more of our galactic civilizations with who we are of the Galactic Federation of Light, of your angelic guardians in more divine service. In seeing that clear path, of then upholding your oaths that each of you made as the 144,000 light beings, then you are seeing that your responsibility to continue to provide more healing work remains in a higher cosmic existence. Oftentimes the lower ego self feels that our own galactic fleet are waiting to land. No, that is not true. We are not waiting to land. We have brought in our representatives as you as the 144,000 light beings to do a lot of the groundwork for our whole fleet. Our services have been already happening. There is no waiting to greet humanity, as part of our crew have already met with humanity, and are currently walking on the surface of Earth now in human forms. Those of you as these beings, including through this form, creating these messages carry data files that are transferred into our motherships daily from interactions, and in being among humans. Through that reality, then similar to how you have cameras, only our realities of interaction, and beings are interactive, and live, then walking around, talking with humans, activating crystals, creating massive amounts of healing work. It remains as a reality of then noticing how your own reality is currently being upgraded now, in which this moment remains the only moment you are able to exist in, not any other moment outside of this one. From the awakening more into this cosmic reality, then you are each upgraded into a deeper state of purity, where you are able to then see the importance of your own transformation into paths of more greatness. It is not important to focus solely on those who are stuck in duality, who are refusing to ascend in this lifetime, but only to focus on your own ascension so that you are not locked in more duality planets. It remains often an error in consciousness to hold on to a belief system that all humans on this planet are ascending, when there are still large amounts, creating wars, killing, murdering, raping, and bringing forth the hell reality. To those of you seeing this clearly, those who are causing massive damage are not allowed to ascend into our blissful realms in this lifetime, but to go through more lives of duality and more karma, until ready. Sure, all are given the opportunity to ascend, while since all being eternal, if a being chooses to keep creating much destruction, and violence, They are able to go through a few more thousand years of duality, to then shed more of the lower ego self with each new lifetime. Those of the Cabal, as you notice, carry the most ruthless natures, and often destroy instantly, in which these beings, as souls, are given even the opportunity to ascend into our galactic communities after many lives in duality. The reality of not being caught in a non-stop drama of 3D remains in then continuing to uplift more of your reality into full consciousness, in which you are placing your main focus daily with Ascension. Often those who talk about Ascension feel that they are not able to live a fulfilling life if they are focusing purely on Ascension, and that is not the reality at all. You are still allowed to interact with those you choose to. You are still allowed to go dancing. You are still allowed to be anywhere you choose to be, in creating your reality. The only reality remains in Ascension exists in service, in and wherever you are, interacting with humans, and existing in more of a harmonious nature, in fullness remains the main focus. As you notice that those not existing in daily harmony are existing in daily disharmony, and are then not ascending as a result, in which this makes a clear reality of seeing how this works. Those who feel they are able to yell, scream, cause a lot of violence, cuss non-stop, war, fight, and harm a lot of individuals are going to notice their lives are in a cycle of more suffering, instead of awakening and peacefulness. The whole focus here remains inside of you, in how you are each choosing to respond to each new experience you have, all from the inner focus and inner work on yourselves more. Ascension in being now continues with your own inner determination to notice that you are then daily releasing the patterns of fear. You are not stating with the lower ego self, but I don't have any more fear, I'm ready to ascend already. That remains as a red flag, as you notice that is the voice of the Cabal, in which remains a deceptive nature, not a harmonious one, in which fear comes in non-stop judgments, non-stop confusion, in which Ascension remains now. There is no waiting to ascend. As to ascend, you are working more on yourself inside on a daily basis, in then creating from a completely upgraded reality in peacefulness. Those who create violence often you notice create realities that are full of war and hell, instead of realities that are full of calmness and gracefulness in fullness. The more you see this, then you are not existing in those who are controlled by the Cabal, but beyond this more into the depths and expansion of your higher conscious self. We stand in blissful realms. We are the angelic realms. We are the Galactic Federation of Light.